This is precisely the time where artists go to work. There's no time for despair, no place for self-pity, no need for silence, no room for fear. We speak, we write, we do language. That is how civilizations heal. And I love this idea that, what she does is she links two things together. We often have the idea that the artist is kind of feeble and, or like drinking themselves to death, or really fried out by the archetypal energies that go through one who is a genius or who is creating. They're very intense energies. There are entire books on this. If you want to read James Hillman, it's a great place to start, but it's this, or Jung, you look at Jung. But as you create, you're working with really strong potencies, and so they have a profound effect on the nervous system. And one of the things I like this other quote, this idea. So first of all, the daimonic, which is creative force, you're working directly with creative force. So if anybody's thinking that this is like the easy path, it isn't. And because a lot of people hear Eros and they're like, oh man, it's going to be so chill, and we're just like going to rub on each other and it'll be amazing. And it's actually a path of learning how to work with the most electric, high voltage energy that exists in such a way that you can convert it into art and begin to change, as we talked about last week, the mandala that everyone's living inside of. Because I don't think it's going to be virtuous right speech that's going to get us there. It is going to be, there's a great poem in the Gnostics called Thunder Perfect Mind. It's going to be this thunder, and it's going to be lightning that we've hit a point that begins to crack in such a way that we can wake up and remember who we are, and remember that we love each other. And remember that what each of us has to bring is important. And remember that we'll make mistakes. And remember that you don't get out. There is no escape. I mean, I think that's one of the Buddha and several of the Buddha's friends has said, that's one of our greatest challenges, is that we think we're going to get out of this. We even think that we'll be anesthetized at death, and we'll be able to escape it. There'll be, Robert Thurman describes it as, there'll be no more toothaches. But this thing keeps going. And so what you do here and now, it just keeps going with you, and you get the opportunity potentially to convert that into art at any point. So I do want to underscore the intensity of what any spiritual path, and particularly this one, there's a reason why in the higher level spiritualities, there's sexuality, and you're beginning to work with those energies, because it takes a tremendous amount of skill, a tremendous amount of care, a tremendous amount of desire, deep compassion to bring change in a world that has inertia and doesn't necessarily want to change. And so how do you do that in such a way that you're offering what's needed in a way that can be received? That's really what I call art. Something that when you make contact, there's a trembling in the heart that has that memory come back.